أهلا بكم من جديد. اليوم في متابعتنا للأسواق الأمريكية استضفنا العضو المنتدب والاستراتيجي في جيفريز انترناشونال، استضفته صباحا في محيط كومار في رادار الأسواق، وقال لي أن التقلبات ستبقى السمة الأبرز للأسواق، وقال لي أيضا أن موجة البيع الأخيرة كانت تصحيحا ومتوقعا بعد انحسار تقديرات خفض الفائدة سابقا وتموضع الشراء مفرط تمت تصفيته. وقال أيضا أنه عودة الفدرالي لنبرة تيسيرية قد تدعم الأسواق مجددا، وأكد أنه قرار ديسمبر لن يغير الصورة على المدى المتوسط. دعونا نستمع.
As you said, I think volatility is the key word going forward. And the way we think is there are two factors that drove the sell-off. First was Fed, because people started thinking that we may not get a rate cut in Fed. And the second really was positioning. Everyone was long. A month ago, everyone was long. So what we saw was a position cleanup. And I would call it healthy, a healthy correction. S&P was down, let's say peak to trough around 5%. That's healthy. If you look at positioning in the market now, and we'll put a lot of emphasis on tracking positioning, it's very clean. The long positions have been cleaned out. The Fed is again starting towards the dovish direction. Market wants to go up. So I call it a healthy correction. Bit of volatility does not change the big picture. Whether the Fed cuts in December or not, yes, it's important short term. If they don't cut in December, I think they will cut in Jan. So the way I see it is next 2 months, either we get a December cut and a Jan skip, or we get a December skip and a Jan cut. Doesn't change the medium term picture. We continue to remain bullish. I don't think AI is a bubble. But that said, we at Jefferies have zero allocation to NVIDIA right now. And the thinking is very simple. What we see is a broadening of the rally. I think what we have seen in the last 18 months is a lot of emphasis on the language modules, the LLMs, and that has, of course, helped the likes of NVIDIA. What we think is we should see a broadening of the rally, and we should see in defense, in healthcare, there's so many other areas, robotics, of AI application, and that we think is the growth forward. Then the question is valuation too high? Is AI a bubble? I would say no. The reason I say no is because when I compare today's valuation versus .com, the big difference is in the .com time, we had a very high amount of leverage in the system. So CapEx was driven by leverage. Today, CapEx is driven by companies who are cash rich. Of course, we have seen some debt issuance, but to me, leverage will become a problem maybe in 27. I don't think it's a 26 story. So is AI a bubble? Maybe in 2027 we should worry about a bubble. I don't think we should worry about it right now.